proud of our history and the foresight of the New South Wales Government back in 1900 to look after workers by introducing the first age pension. Since then, the history of superannuation in New South Wales has evolved, and state super schemes are an important part of this story. Let's go back to the very beginning. By 1906, New South Wales Police are using the new technology of fingerprinting. This year also happens to mark the legislation of the state's first scheme, the Police Superannuation Scheme. In 1912, Walter Burley Griffin wins the competition for a design for Canberra, and a motorcar crosses the Nullarbor Plain for the very first time. Meanwhile, the New South Wales Government decides that other public service employees should be looked after in retirement and starts the Government Railways Account, known as the 10 and a penny scheme. As Australia ends its involvement in World War I, hundreds of thousands of troops return home. The government accepts the first members into the State Superannuation Scheme, managed by the newly formed State Provident Fund Management Board, now known as State Super. Permanent salaried employees of the New South Wales Public Service and Teaching Service are enrolled into the scheme. In 1928, the Royal Flying Doctor Service is formed in Australia, and benefits are introduced for public sector wages staff, the Local Government Insurance Fund for men, and the Local Government Provident Fund for women. 1948 brings an end to the rationing of meat and clothing. Now the rules around how superannuation can be paid are changing. For the first time, SSS members are allowed to convert part of their pension to a lump sum payment. In 1969, man steps onto the moon. This is also the year that the first jumbo jet takes off. And in New South Wales, new retirement schemes give improved benefits to employees in the local government sector, as well as public hospitals. In 1988, bicentenary celebrations marked 200 years since the first fleet, while CDs outsell vinyl records. For the first time, all New South Wales public servants have access to one scheme, the State Authority's Superannuation Scheme. Many previous schemes are now merged into SAS. This year, the State Authority's non-contributory superannuation scheme is introduced. This ensures members receive the benefit of a 3% productivity wage increase. It provides employer-funded lump sum benefits in addition to the main benefit scheme. And the formation of the State Authority's Superannuation Board marks a change of State Super's role to a trustee. 1990 marks the launch of the first web page on the internet, which went public the year after as the World Wide Web. State Super recognises that its members need personal financial advice and becomes the first superannuation fund to set up its own service, State Super Financial Services, with 15 employees. It later became known as State Plus. With the introduction of compulsory superannuation in 1992, First State Super is now established and also operates under the State Super Board. In 2016, State Plus is purchased by First State Super and continues to provide financial advice to our members. Today, we're celebrating 100 years of State Super. We're one of Australia's largest superannuation schemes, with nearly 100,000 members and over $43 billion in assets. All schemes are now closed to new members. But what has never changed is State Super's long-held commitment to support its members. Our key focus is to help members with their superannuation benefit, looking after them in the best possible way and ensuring delivery of their benefits and pension entitlements for many years into the future.